Hey, what's going on, players and collectors? Welcome back to the channel. Doing another quick update video here. Not really an update, it's more like we're going to talk about some news here, right? I thought maybe we were done with all of the Metazoo drama and news and everything, but even in death, Metazoo can't operate properly. It's amazing and strange all at the same time, right? Like, they can't even just go away properly. But I will say, there has been a lot of things coming to light recently revolving around Metazoo that has kind of reshaped the way a lot of people can and probably should think about Metazoo. I have been watching some Nick's Strength and Pokemon videos, and if you haven't and you're into Metazoo or want to keep up to date on like the factual part of things, he's the channel to go watch. I highly recommend it. And that's one of the things about him that I truly enjoy, is that he doesn't just speculate and give you things to, fantasize or wildly dream about. He's given you facts on what's actually going on. So, a lot of people are talking this, that, and the other on Metazoo, and, everybody can come up with their own things of what they think is going to happen with Metazoo, but he's presenting facts and actually backing it up, so that's really cool. But with Metazoo, there's been a lot of talk recently that they're coming back, that they're not actually done for good, and that there's a chance that they could come back. I don't know how much I believe that. I feel like they're trying, and when I say they, I feel like it's Mike mostly trying to keep Metazoo going, regardless if he wants to be part of it or not. I think he just wants to see it go through. And yesterday's video, kind of with Nick's Strength and Pokemon, I should say, yesterday's video was kind of telling of that too, where he shared a lot of what Mike was doing and talking about with Shaw and Andy and Aoki, and kind of the stipulations of him stepping down and what to do with Metazoo, and hey, should they be bought, they should be paid this amount and with some equity, and all that. So all the stipulations were in there. And one of the things that was made clear is that it may not have necessarily been Mike that wanted to kill Metazoo necessarily. And I say that, let's put an asterisk by that, because, well, let's just talk about it this way first. It was kind of revealed that Mike had a price that, I mean, even me, as somebody who just does not like Metazoo at this point, it's not that I dislike Metazoo either. I disliked Mike and his staff. That's the way it was ran, right? But even with that, I felt like what he had offered was reasonable, and that a company under some other stipulations may have bought Metazoo, and kept it going. And a lot of that revolves around reducing the debt to zero. No company really wants to buy another company when the company being bought is in debt, and you immediately have to shell out thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to get it back to, level one. So we knew that was kind of the thing there, right? Like, even before all the news has been dropping in the last week or two, we kind of knew Metazoo wasn't being bought up because it had so much debt, and there was just so much dysfunction within, the top brass. And that's been something that has come out to be very clear and evident, is that office was dysfunctional all the way to the core. Like, Mike, Andy, Shaw, all of them, it was just dysfunctional. And it's amazing, because you sit there and people think about, how did Metazoo, one of the biggest TCGs in recent times, go down like this? And that's how, right there, dysfunction at a top level that just seeped its way all the way down. Mismanagement left and right, which we knew there was mismanagement. And we still don't really know to any great extent how bad the mismanagement is. But we did see a little bit of an insight through that last video on Nick's Strength and Pokemon on kind of how dysfunctional that team really is, and that's just scratching the surface. I'm sure it goes way more than that too. But it's not really much of a surprise anymore on why it went so poorly. And personally, I think Metazoo could really succeed if they somehow get the debt down to zero. They have another company that's been proven to, excel at games or, anything of that kind. If they can get somebody to buy it and just actually manage it the way it's supposed to be, I think the game succeeds. Even now, even with all the bad blood, I think it could still succeed. It would have to largely get a new audience, though. That's kind of the killer, but it's not impossible, right? A lot of people are going to stay away from the game forever, whether it comes back or not. But I feel like if it's under new management, people will eventually come back around to give it a try. And I mean, heck, maybe I will too. I don't know. I doubt it, but maybe. But yeah, that's kind of like one question everybody asked me too. Especially since the original announcement that Metazoo was shutting down is, hey, if it comes back, are you still going to support it? And no, probably not. I'm not supporting it now. I haven't been supporting it in a while. I likely will not support it in the future. But it's not really just like, hey, I hate the game and I hate the people or anything like that. It's just, at this point, I've found my home in other TCGs, and that's it, I don't really want to go anywhere else. I don't really want to do anything else. I like where I'm at in my channel, and, I don't know. I'm happy with the TCGs I have and I'm into, and TCGs are a big sink anyway, right? Like, lots of money has to be spent on TCGs, and it's hard to keep up with all of them. So you got to kind of pick and choose, and Metazoo is just not going to be one of them for me. So I hate to say that to everybody who wants to see me get back into Metazoo. It's not going to happen. It might one day. I don't know. Maybe I not get back into it fully, but buy packs just to showcase or whatever. Once all this is said and done, if this is all said and done, and they come back. I mean, that's still a pretty big if, but yeah, there's just been so many updates on Metazoo. It's just been kind of crazy. Rumors of it dying and then not dying, and then we found out it's officially gone, and now it's like, well, maybe it's not officially gone, and it's just crazy. I go back to what I said at the beginning. Metazoo just doesn't know how to do anything right. They can't even die off properly. So, but like I said, it's mismanagement at the top, and that's the one other thing too. Mike is trying to go about doing things the right way in a legal perspective from what I'm seeing right now. But it's fascinating to see how he is largely the proponent that killed Metazoo and got it to where it is. And now it's like he's fighting hard to, put it back on the tracks before he leaves forever. And it's weird, right? Like you could have just done things the right way from the very beginning and been fine, and this never would have happened. But hey, here we are. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot to Mike and the Metazoo situation we don't know. That's likely the number one answer there, that there's so much that we don't know about any of them or the whole situation. So, I'm leaving it at that. It is what it is. I was bitter at Metazoo once upon a time. That's gone. It's behind me. For the fans of the game, I hope something happens that kind of gives you guys that peace of mind, whether it's they do file for bankruptcy and end and just let it go and be done forever, or if it's they pay their debts, they find a buyer, and they come back with somebody else brand new. However it happens, I hope that you guys get some kind of closure on all this, because this is kind of nuts, right? No other TCG or game is really doing this, and it's just strange to see how bad even the mismanagement is on even just shutting it down. So, but yeah, I didn't think I was going to be making another Metazoo video. Here we are. I'm just not even going to say it anymore that I think I'm done with it. There's going to be more news popping up with Metazoo, and I will get you guys as much information on it as I can as it comes. Yeah, I don't know. So that's all. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.